Hi guys, I wanted to just show you just a few quick tips on Apple Classroom when you get ready to use it for the first time. When I open up the app, I should be directed to my class lists or the class that I have access to. Right now I have in front of me a few of Miss K. Brown's iPads, so I'm going to touch on her name and I should see there the student iPads that I have in front of me that are powered on and awake. There, they're coming now. So you'll see you have up here some different options. I can view my student screens, which could be helpful if I have some students who I need to kind of keep an eye on, make sure they're on the right app or the right website. I can create groups and just assign certain groups of kids to certain tasks. I can lock all of the iPads down if I need to get everyone's attention quickly. I can navigate to a certain website, or I can open up a app for all of my students and I can actually lock them into that app. So a few things you need to do beforehand. Let's start with the apps, for example. So right now I'm reflecting to you my personal iPad. And down here, this is the student iPads, obviously. So for example, if I want all of my students to go to ST Math, I need to make sure that I, as the teacher, have ST Math loaded on my own personal device because I have to have access to it to lock my students into it. I can see that I have ST Math downloaded. And remember, if you need help getting apps, just go to self-service, and that's where you can get apps. Or on your personal device, you can go to the App Store and get apps as well. So I'll go back into Classroom. I know that I have ST Math currently on my iPad, so I should be able to select Open. And you see that I have the option here to lock my students into any of the apps that I have on my personal device. I'm going to select ST Math, and notice right here I can turn that toggle to on, so they will be stuck in ST Math. I'll select ST Math, hit done, and now I can see on the 4 student iPads I have in front of me, they are all on ST Math and they can't get out of it. Okay, if I want to look at my screens, I'll hit that button and I can actually see where the students are. All right, I can also click on a screen and view screen close up so I can see in greater detail what the child is working on. So that's pretty handy. I'm going to go ahead and hit done and exit out of that. Let's say that I wanted to navigate all my students to a specific website. For me to do that, I need to make sure on my iPad that I have that specific website bookmarked. So let me just remind you how to do that real quick. If I open up Safari, I need to already have in mind which website I want to navigate to. I'm going to have my students go to Mr. Nussbaum's page. For me to bookmark this, instead of going to the actual bookmark icon, I'm going to go to the share icon, which is on the right hand side of the address bar. It's the square with the arrow coming out the top. And there I see that I have all these options on the bottom. I could add it to my favorites. But what you need to specifically do is add bookmark. And you can give it a name, or you can leave it exactly as it reads online. Then I'll hit save. Then I can come over here and look at the bookmarks, and I should see that there it is down there at the bottom. Okay, oh, and I named it wrong. Sorry for that typo. Okay, so just as a reminder, if I want to navigate my students to a website, I have to have it bookmarked. So I'm going to close out of Safari. Now I'm going to go back into Apple Classroom. And this time I'm going to select Navigate. I'm going to select Safari, and I'm going to select Favorites. And here I should see all of the bookmarks that I currently have on my personal teacher iPad. And I'm going to select, there's Mr. Me Nussbaum's there at the bottom. And then if I look on my student iPads, there we go. everybody is on the correct website. I think this would be particularly handy for our kindergarten first grade classrooms.